It is the funniest movie ever made.
You just get to have all your nerdy itches being scratched.
Such a good and needed message.
Strong case for single greatest movie of all time.
Even just hearing that it got on your list, jealous, it's so good.
It does get some like sneering.
I saw it 5 times in theaters.
5 times.
It connects me with the transcendent in a way that basically nothing else does. What do you think is more meaningful, having it on your phone on top 10 or getting it tattooed on your arm?
I just think that it's the best Star Wars movie.
This was all Tarantino at his very best.
These scenes, no one could do them better.
Every moment in it is designed to feel powerful.
I just forgot about it. That might be in my top 10.
Episode 3, Top 10 Standoff. David versus Tyler edition.
David versus Tyler.
Yeah, it's a fight.
Okay.
Fight to the death. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about a little bit of history first, of us discussing favorite movies, some of the conversations that we've had over time about what it means for something to be your favorite movie, as well as the idea of when someone says, "Oh, that's one of my favorite movies."
What does that mean?
And no, well, but when someone says it to us, and us being like, because do you remember with our company, we had everyone create a top 30 list.
Yeah.
Because we were like, everyone always says that's one of my favorite movies. You have to prove it.
Yeah, you have to prove it.
That was like a big thing. We'd be like, oh, it's one of your favorite movies? Prove it.
Yeah.
Show us your list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We did that top 30, and we did that with our movie group too.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we did that first or second.
I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. We did it pretty early with our company. Because I was looking on there, and like Kevin's on there. Obviously Tin, Justin Otsuka was on there. So stuff that goes pretty. Chris was on there.
Mm-hmm. It's so fun to see when you force people to put 30 movies together. It's a blast to see what they put. It's a great conversation.
Yeah, like Alex, her favorite movie is Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know. It's just fun to see like, oh, this movie's really special to you, or really hit you in a special way. And we have crossover.
Oh, I thought you said I really hate you in a special way.
No.
Wow, you really like this movie. I really hate you now in a special way.
No, it hit you in a special way. And we had some I have not seen your top 10 for a long time, and I know that it's kind of changed over the years. Mine is pretty similar to what it was. I don't know how well you remember it, but it has changed a bit. And so I'm excited to hear each of our 1s, 2s, 3s. And I thought that it would be fun to have, if you say one that's also on my list, but it's further down on my list, then I don't get to consider it one of my top 10 for this exercise.
Yeah, we can do it for this exercise.
And I mainly want to do that because I had a few other movies that I want to talk about, even though they're not on the top 10. I'm like, they can get moved.
It has to get bumped down. Okay.
Yeah. Or at least maybe it's not that it gets bumped off the top 10, but we get to like down the other person's like of it. Like, you don't like it that much.
Yeah. The point is that if mine's higher than yours, then it's mine, and you don't get it.
Right.
It's like it's like, oh, you want that on your list?
You better put it higher up. Yeah.
Well, it sucks for me because you put all these like great movies, and I have these.
Well, I don't know how much crossover we're gonna have, honestly. So
I think we'll probably have more because mine has become more consolidated to just like big blockbuster, like everyone loves type of movies, which is like, it's fun to have like a really unique top 10 or top 30. And I think in the past when I was a, snobby college film school kid, and I was like, oh, my favorite movies, Nocturnal Animals, whatever types of random things.
Well, but I feel like that's, before we get into our favorite films, I feel like that's a legitimate because that emotion that you're feeling as a younger kid or someone who's just getting into film or that's kind of like been in it for a while and just experiencing all these like unique films and all these kind of like feelings that you haven't really had engaging with movies before, even though you maybe don't have the lasting impact of like, oh man, I really want to go watch Lion King. It still is like when I watch Rushmore, it's like, I could show that to 100 people and many of them would be like, what? Yeah. You love this? But when I first saw it, it's like, wow, that was unique and special and said something that most other movies hadn't said.
That's right. And I think, so that is a natural thing that probably would happen if other people did what we've done, which is track your top 10, top 30 for the better part of like what, almost like 20 years or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
then you can kind of see it's like, oh, these movies, the list probably just gets more. It's like, okay, this movie has been, you know, a staple for my, you know, my whole life, you know, and then the movies that are unique offshoots that really impacted me for a short time in life don't really have as much staying power.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to hear or see like which of your movies have
fallen off,
or have fallen off,
solidified.
which one have stood the test of time, which ones do you think are going to be there just like set for life. They almost, because there's some level of where like some things just like this can't, even if I see 10 incredible movies that are better, I just can't take it off so anyway. All right, so I'm gonna make you go first for the first one because I'll go first because you already know what my first one is. It might be yours. I don't know.
Are you doing like whole trilogies get to be one thing?
Yes. Especially if they are basically one story. So for instance, if you were like the Knives Out trilogy, it'd be like, okay, those are 3 very separate movies.
That makes sense.
If you're like the original Star Wars trilogy, it's like, okay, I could get behind that. They're still pretty separate.
I think we should do where it's your list, you do what you want to do. So if you want to put all 3 together, that's fine. If you want to do one of the trilogy, that's fine for you. Because, for example,
I do that.
The key example for me is The Matrix. Because Matrix 1 and 2, I separate them because individually they are, you know, perfect movies that I love. I don't put them together because you can't put them together unless it's the whole story.
Sure.
And if it's the whole story, then it's not that great.
Yes.
It's not as high.
I think all of that is fair game.
Okay.
Just like ranking all the Lord of the Rings together is like, that's just one story. I mean, it was literally one book that he broke into 3 books for the sake of publishing. So
soundy goody.
Okay. Well, I will start since mine
superior.
My first one, they are superior, but my first one is very well known to you. But number 1, I have the Lord of the Rings, which are not only my favorite films of all time, but I firmly believe they are the greatest films of all time.
Yeah, I think we could both agree that this podcast should just end at this moment.
Yeah.
Or we could just keep going and, you know, top 30 is...
Yeah, it's really like, there's like, actually, you know what? We're going to change the podcast.
Yeah, we should
the whole podcast, and it's going to be Lord of the Rings.
It's only Lord of the Rings talk. We can talk about other things, but we always have to bring it back to how they compare and are much worse to Lord. Like the Mandalorian thing, we should have been like, okay, but how does the main character compare to the main character in Lord of the Rings? And who's
then
the
we always
Gandalf
are like,
archetype?
You can't compare. No.
Yeah, we can't compare. It's nothing. They were trying.
Oh, you're saying it's almost like comparing it like who's the Christ character?
Yeah.
Who's the Gandalf character?
Yeah, who's the Gandalf character? Who's the Sauron? They were obviously trying to remake Lord of the Rings.
Sorry, I shouldn't have compared Gandalf to Christ. Who's the Sam character? Is what I meant to say.
There's so many Christ figures in Lord of the Rings. I love it. It's one of the great things about it.
Yeah. All right, so I had Lord of the Rings. This is my number 1.
All right. So I don't get any Lord of the Rings.
You don't get Lord of the Rings.
Can I tell you that I
of course
I did specifically have Fellowship on its own.
Okay.
Because as much as I love the series, I actually do love Fellowship significantly more. Like, and this is getting into a topic that I don't know if you wanted to
any topic is available
to talk about this before or after or whatever, which is like what makes a top 30 list for anyone or for you or for me. And for me,
let's talk about that first.
So for me, I generally feel like it's rewatchability. Like what do I want to watch now in this moment?
Sure.
It's like, oh, what are the top 30 films? We're just doing 10, right? I always think 30. That just feels right. So if you ask me like, oh, what are the top 30 films that you just want to go watch right now? It'd be like, okay, well, that plays into it. And then, okay, well, now take out the films that you think if you watched them, then you wouldn't want to watch them again. Okay, so now what's left over? And it's that's like mostly, and, you know, I take into account what I used to think and what movies, you know, had an impact on me when I was a kid and even now, you know. But so that's the biggest decision maker for me in terms of my personal like top whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there's other things that go into it, obviously, but primarily that.
Okay. So rewatchability and do I want to watch this right now?
Pretty much.
Are you able to separate? I might not want to watch this today.
Yeah.
But I think this year I probably kind of want to watch.
Yeah, I want to watch like any of these. I would, you know, I'd 2 times this year would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit different. I definitely have like, do I want to watch this again?
Yeah.
And for me, it has to be yes. But there are also certain movies that's like, do I want to sit by myself and watch this again? And the answer is kind of no. But if I watch it with the right people, I will experience all the things that make it the best for me. And I can talk about which movies are like that for me. Lord of the Rings, for instance, if I watch that alone, like let's say that Julia was on vacation and I was like, you know what, today I'm just going to go watch Lord of the Rings. It's like, I would enjoy it for sure. But if I watched it with a friend, like with you, it's like, this is like, it's more enjoyable to watch with a person.
Yeah. So my version of a clear movie that kind of exemplifies what we're talking about is like Tree of Life is not on my list because that's a movie that's just unbelievably incredible, but I just don't really ever want to go rewatch it.
Sure.
And then when this situation, like we've done film club and we watch it, it's like I'm so happy to be watching it. Yeah. I'm not like not wanting to, I'm not like, oh, I don't want to watch that, but it's like I'm not going to.
I think for me, though, I guess maybe where we're differing then with something like The Tree of Life, not that it's on my list or is on my list. I don't want to give anything away. But there's a feeling that, like, if I do watch it in the right context, I will still feel like, wow, that's one of the best movies. And I feel like it's one of the best movies because of how it makes me feel. So even if I watch Tree of Life one more time in my life, for instance, if I felt that with that movie, that could still make my list.
Yeah. It won't make my top 10, but those types of movies like that or Space Odyssey, they make it in there because you know they're just incredibly beautiful, impactful, thought-provoking, greatest movie types of things of all time. And you know, and personally, I love them. But yeah, I just weigh. If I was somebody who weighed one-time experiences more heavily, then I would put Interstellar.
I have 2 in my top 10 that are probably those kind of movies. The rest are all like, yeah, go watch this right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. On to mine.
Yep.
You want to give a guess? Or
well, for a long time it was No Country.
Bingo.
Is that what it is still? No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, it's No Country.
All right. It's a great movie. Why do you like it?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I didn't get to talk about why I like Lord of the Rings.
Okay. I don't get to talk about Lord of the Rings, right? Because it's not.
No, of course you can talk about it. You don't know anything about it, but
it's not, yeah.
I am curious.
Not a Lord of the Rings
number
lover.
was it though?
I had Fellowship 3.
Okay, shut up then. Number 2, I was gonna let you talk.
It does feel worse. Like my top 2 are like No Country, but you know my number 2 is like such a dumb movie. So like to have Lord of the Rings after that does feel like
it's a very
offensive.
You're definitely like when someone says what are your favorite movies, so the first one I know what you're gonna say for number 2, but you're really taking like rewatchability and just instant gratification into account.
That's right.
Which is
so I'll just say my number 2 so it makes sense in this conversation. But it's Big Lebowski.
Yeah. Which well, yeah. It's not on my list, but if you like anything more than I like it, it will slide onto my list because it's my number 11. Okay. It's The Big Lebowski. So anyway, but yes, if you put Lord of the Rings against The Big Lebowski just in so many categories, it's funny to put The Big Lebowski above it, but it is, in my opinion, the funniest movie that has ever made. I mean, again, this is like
so interestingly, the same directors made No Country for Old Men.
Real quick, this is not an endorsement of going to watch The Big Lebowski. I just want you to know there's so much language in it. Not recommending it unless you're okay with it.
Take your kids.
But it is funny.
So yeah, crazy that the Coen brothers made, I mean, what is to me the pinnacle of filmmaking in the suspense thriller with No Country for Old Men. I've never read the book, the Cormac McCarthy book, which is supposed to be great. But yeah, it's just unbelievable. We were talking about this 2 podcasts ago. The drive in it, it just keeps going, keeps pushing, and
every scene is good.
It's I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's so enjoyable. I don't really know. I can't like defend it very much other than just like, I love this movie so much.
And yeah, I don't feel like you have to defend No Country. I mean, it's an Oscar winner. I like.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to explain, and it's hard for me to explain. I can speak to so many other films. The Big Lebowski, particularly, it just has the type of humor. It truly is the epitome of what movie is funnier every single time you've watched it, and I've watched it so many times.
Yeah,
and it is funnier and funnier every single time.
Yeah,
the characters and situations they're in.
Well, you really like just thought-provoking conversation and dialogue, and this I'm going back from Big Lebowski to No Country, and No Country has several moments that are like, this is a very deep thought being expressed at the right moment by the right character, and that hits you in a especially hard way. I mean, it hits me too, and No Country is not even on my top 30, but it's certainly in my top 100.
It's not in your top 30. Interesting.
It's not on my list.
Well, it's not on your list now. That's my number 1.
Yeah.
You wish it was on your list.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is that it makes sense to me why it feels so high based on your
that is a
personality and what you like.
That feeling, just to what you're saying, that feeling after Tommy Lee Jones at the end of the movie is explaining the dream that he had to his wife. And there's the current of everything Tommy Lee Jones as an old man who's retiring and then retired by the end of the movie, and he's trying to figure out why things have changed about this world, and he explains this really like mysterious dream, and then the clock keeps ticking, and he says, and then I woke up, and then it like cuts. There's not a movie that gives me whatever that feeling is. Do you know the feeling I'm talking about, where you're just like, it's like you're holding your breath, and it's like, oh my gosh, what did I just see? And I'm with Tommy Lee Jones, thinking about this world of chaos that we're changing, and it's a different world, and every generation feels this, and you're just like, it's so big, the concept that, it's just a crazy feeling that I love walking away from that movie with.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. I'm trying to think of another ending that, like, just at the moment of ending is so powerful. And one of my movies has a really, like, fascinating ending as it cuts to black. But yeah, it's a really powerful ending for sure. Okay, so my number 1's Lord of the Rings. Your No Country. Your second is Big Lebowski. My second is Star Wars, Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Yeah, you can't take all Star Wars.
So I'm not taking it at all.
Especially since I kind of pride myself in being the bigger Star Wars nerd, but then
over time,
yeah. You didn't know about the Hutts, though.
I didn't know that their race was called the Hutts. You're right. Yeah. I thought that was like a title, like how there was.
It is weird that he's called Jabba the
Hutt, and like they always talk about the Hutts. We're thinking this, so I think of it as like a family, not as a race. But it must just be a really small family.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Actually, weren't there a bunch? Yeah, when he went in there was like, weren't they having like in Mandalorian and Grogu, weren't they like writhing all over each other and stuff?
I did actually wonder. I was like, what's going on here?
Really weird. Anyway. So yeah, Return of the Jedi is my number 2. And
Return of the Jedi is your number 2 movie of all time?
Yeah.
I'm so surprised by that.
Really?
I know you love it so much.
That wasn't a change.
I just like, of the Star Wars movies,
what it is for me is, and I know that this is true, it is one of those movies that it might move out of my number 2, but it won't move out of my top 10 for the rest of my life because it's so seated in my childhood. And it's the one that we owned on VHS.
Okay.
And so it's like, I've seen it. I used to watch it over and over again. And the scene with the Sarlacc pit where he like jumps and catches the lightsaber. It's like, I can't evaluate it from an adult perspective, like specifically like stuff with the Ewoks, for instance. It's like, that means saying that that's dumb means nothing to me, because when I experienced it, it was cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for a lot of people. That's true for me for like the prequels too. Anything that you're like, this is dumb, I'm like, besides the romance, which is dumb still and was dumb then. It's just hard for me to see. So Return of the Jedi for me, all the cool moments just hit so hard.
Yeah.
I think that like Han in it the whole time is like at his coolest. I mean, he's really cool in Empire Strikes Back too, but every scene from it sticks out to me as being awesome.
Yeah.
Like the racers in the forest when Luke and Leia are trying to get away and they're all spinning.
Did you see
and crashing.
online somebody made something that was like a real thing like that? It's like a hover bike.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
It is cool.
It's like, what the heck kind of world are we living in?
Yeah. So anyway, and then I also, and I feel this way about Lord of the Rings too, because the final one is my favorite one. I love resolution. And so I love the ending and being like, it all worked out. Like they won.
This is like a key. I think this is like a key, not difference, but it's a unique thing about both of us is that you particularly more just like most people do, but really more love that really populist, good, feel good ending. Mm-hmm. And my favorite is Empire Strikes Back. And I love that like longing feeling ending. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's the, I know I like a good feel good ending, I guess, just like as much as anybody else. But so I'm bringing it up because there's so many different movies that we prefer. And one of the key differences is like, I really like a movie that kind of leaves you with some sort of like, mm-hmm. I don't know, longing for something or it's not resolved or you have to think about it further and it's like leaving you with something to go with.
Yeah. It's true. Like that's how I am with like Return of the King. How it's like this just ends as happy as it could. Oh, when it's Sam and he's married, he's got kids. Like
it's like too sweet for me. It's like eating candy that's like, oh, that's too sweet. It's sour. I mean, I do love Return of the King so much, but like the ending is like, all right, I've had enough tears. I'm okay. Like,
can we let one of these fade outs not fade back in? Yeah. All right. So that's me. I'm the nerdiest of nerd to first answers.
Oh, let's get more nerdy here. You ready?
Actually, sorry, it's not the nerdiest of nerd. It's the most popular type of nerdy. But go ahead. What's number 3?
Am I going or you?
You're up.
Okay. My number 3 was Fellowship, but now it's going to be The Matrix. And Matrix Reloaded is it's a few down.
Is that what you have? Okay. You have the first Matrix.
The first Matrix is my number.
Well, you're going to get to keep them both because neither are on my top 10.
Oh, okay. So number 4 that's number 4 or number 3 or whatever. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievably good. It's like it's a modern masterpiece, classic. I don't know what are you supposed to say about The Matrix other than also how I feel like the internet was fairly early and young at the time, and the way it just the world building in it where they I don't know you're battling the same bad guy in 2 different worlds in the in this fake reality, the Matrix that is kind of like what we're in,
right?
And then they have superpowers in it, but then there's the other reality outside the Matrix, which is like a dystopian sci-fi. You just get to have all your nerdy itches being or scratched or whatever you want. It's like you just and they do it all of it so well. And then he's like the ultimate. He can download Kung Fu and he can download this, and you basically use the Force.
It's cool. It's sci-fi. It's philosophical, deeply philosophical. It's religious. I mean,
There's it's got its version of romance. It's got the charismatic leader Morpheus, who's just played perfectly. It's got Christ figures left and right. Mostly with Neo, but there's sacrifices. Hugo Weaving, incredible villain.
So good. Yeah, he had a good run there for a few years. Yeah. I was looking at my list of top 100 greatest films, which are not my favorite films, but what I consider the greatest. And let's see. I had The Matrix as number 4. As the 4th greatest film ever made.
That's what mine is too.
Yeah. You just like the greatest films.
Yeah.
So I agree. It's
Where was The Matrix for you in your personal top?
It's probably in my top 30. I didn't move around past. It wasn't in my top 30 before, but I've really come to love it even more than I did. So,
rightly so.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, I would have to watch them again. I might watch them again and be like,
them recently?
Not recently. I've watched the highway scene from Reloaded.
Yeah.
So many times. I watch it with the kids just for fun because it's so cool.
Dude, it's so good. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could talk about that for just a moment because we're probably not going to get to it. But we're
not going to get to it. What do you mean?
Well, we're not going to get to it because it's not in your list and it's further down on my list.
Oh,
The Matrix Reloaded.
It's not in the top 10?
Well, I'm saying The Matrix, the first movie.
I know, but the Reloaded's not in the top 10.
No, Reloaded's not in the top 10. I mean, maybe it should be, but I just think that's so great. You kind of have to be more nerdy to enjoy it because you have to buy in more to the world building and the lore and okay, there's vampires and ghosts and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to like get into the Zion city. And I just love that. I love sci-fi. I love world building. I love future dystopian stuff. And I think it does it better than almost any movie.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Understandable. All right. So that was your number 4, right?
Yep.
My number 4 is... Or no. My number 3. What was your number 3?
The Fellowship.
Oh, but we're removing that. So that's your number 3. Matrix is your number 3.
Yeah, I'm not changing my list as we go.
No, it's fine. The Shawshank Redemption is my number.
Good boy.
3. Is that in your top 10?
It didn't make it into my top 10. No.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I would like to watch it again. And just, I think especially the music really gets me. Obviously it's a story about hope and redemption and friendship. And
do you think it's a perfect movie?
No. Like you're talking about our
little definition of perfect film?
Yeah, definitely not if it's that. But
we should get into that at some point. Actually, that'd be a great conversation. Talking about what a perfect movie is, and then we come up with
our list of perfect movies. Yeah. That would be fun. So no, this is not one that I think is perfect in that definition, but as far as like, did they make mistakes making it? It's hard to find them. I mean, it's from start to finish, it's just fantastic. Yeah. It's populist, it ends in just the happiest of endings on a beach with the music swelling, which I just love.
Strong case for like single greatest movie of all time. Just that you if you had to take a vote or something, I don't know.
Well, it's the most, it's the highest IMDb.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Shawshank for me.
The next is The Village. Did I just beat you?
No, you didn't. I have it as like number 14, but like even just hearing that it got on your list,
it makes you
jealous. Like, jealous. It's so good.
Yeah, I just watched it not too long ago. It's unbelievably great. I don't know what else to say. You don't.
What do you like about it? What are some things you think make it?
Did Roger Deakins do The Village?
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. I'm thinking about because Deakins did Shawshank Redemption, and I just think it's so funny that he did The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, the cinematographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's.
Did you say he did The Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
I didn't remember.
He did almost
all the I do remember that because I like thinking about how he does the opening with the.
It's so the cinematography is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many Roger Deakins has done of.
Yeah, he's the greatest cinematographer of all time. I mean,
he did No Country, right?
I don't know.
I think he did.
I think he did too. He did Sicario. I know that. It's a beautiful movie.
Talking about just being pulled into a film visually. No one does it better than Deakins.
Nope.
I'm like so, I'm so drawn. Anyway, The Village, the music is unbelievably good. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know. I don't really like horror as, with you, along with you. But I do like suspense. Mm-hmm. And it kind of, it's like a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of horror, incredible suspense. It's a great drama. It's got a great, incredible romance in this setting of like Puritan village settler,
spoilers if you've never seen The Village. I would not listen to the rest of these next 2 minutes.
Yeah. And don't let it be spoiled, for sure.
Yeah, don't let anyone spoil it for you.
Go watch it, and I'm so envious when I hear somebody hasn't seen The Village. I'm like, oh, you precious soul, you
lucky,
you get to go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for what it's worth, a lot of people don't love that aspect of it, and Shyamalan, M. Night Shyamalan he's the big twist guy or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's not why I love The Village at all. The twist is fun. It has a couple of different things that are interesting, but who's the main? All the actors are unbelievable in it. Adrian Brody is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Joaquin Phoenix,
Ron Howard's daughter,
Bryce Dallas
Howard, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Sigourney
Weaver's in it. Brendan Gleeson is in it. The main guy,
is it William Hurt?
William Hurt is in it. He's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's one or two more that they're all so. I mean, you are just sucked into this village drama, and the kids. Jesse Eisenberg is in it.
Oh yeah,
as a kid, and
yeah, it's the most confusing. Low. It has very low critics score on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's in the 40s, and I'm just, I don't know. It's beautiful. The music's beautiful. It's haunting.
It's so
the
haunting.
Love story.
That is really. That's a feeling that I love, and getting back to that feeling. Leaving a movie and that feeling, I love that just feeling of like, oh, what a haunting, like I'm haunted by it. I don't know, not in like a horror way, but in like oh my gosh, it's staying with me. And
yeah, you're contemplating like, what if that was a real thing? And yeah, I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah. And it brings up it brings up some philosophical thoughts, and there's different allegory to it that I enjoy thinking about, and Christ figures, and I don't know. It's all sorts of great stuff.
It's got a great twist. Like, to me, that's an important part of a movie.
Yep.
If you like gave me a twist in the middle of the movie, that's an explosion of endorphins.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on number 4. You just did your number 4, which because you got booted from Fellowship. My number 4 is Cinderella Man.
I knew that was coming.
And if we are talking about populist movies, there is perhaps nothing more underdog, highest level of wholesome success. And a lot of it comes from the world that I grew up in, as far as family values, as far as, fighting to protect your family, raising kids.
So who's it?
Valuing your marriage. I mean, marriage was just like, so highly exalted in my family, and there's not a more like beautiful marriage represented on screen that I can think of than their marriage together. And so I saw it recently. I saw it about 3 months ago. So I have a fresh perspective of like, do I love this? And I was just like, every moment of this movie, I'm in just pure bliss.
Yeah. Yeah. It really does exemplify what I was talking about earlier, where it's like too sweet. It's like, I like it. And I think it is a great, it's an all-time great movie, truly.
Yeah.
But,
and as a sports movie, like, when I think of the other great sports movies, I think this just has a real part of the conversation of, is it, the greatest? I mean, a lot of people would say Rocky's the greatest sports movie. It's not a true story though, as far as like true story sports movies.
Yeah.
If you like that genre, which I do, like sports movie genres, because usually they're populist actually.
Yeah. Almost everyone.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't have too much to say about it. I will say also, I love the music.
Who does the music?
It's James
Newton Howard?
No, it's Thomas Newman.
Oh yeah, and Thomas Newman did. What are some other ones?
I think he did Finding Nemo. He did.
He's done a ton. He did Shawshank. Or is that?
That's James Newton Howard, I think. Let me see.
I think Thomas Newman.
Okay.
James Newton Howard did The Village, what we just talked about.
Okay, James Newman did American Beauty, Road to Perdition, Meet Joe Black.
Sorry, you said James Newman? You talking about?
I'm sorry, Thomas Newman. Yes, he did Shawshank. He did Finding Nemo. I haven't seen this yet, but one of my favorite things he's done is Lemony Snicket. What's it called? Series of Unfortunate Events. Yes, I love the music to that movie. He did Spectre. He's phenomenal. Thomas Newman is.
Spectre, the James Bond movie?
Uh-huh.
I thought you didn't like that. It's good music.
The music's great, yeah.
Paul Giamatti was incredible in Cinderella Man.
So that's another thing, is I'm a really big Paul Giamatti fan. I came to know Paul Giamatti through Big Fat Liar, which I watched with my kids earlier this year, and they love it. Like Julia was dying laughing. It's Amanda Bynes. Cody. I was going to say Cody Banks, but Frankie Muniz.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
He plays Cody Banks.
Yeah, that's fun.
And
all right, I got to see that. It's appropriate for what age? Because
we watched it with our whole family, and
well,
I don't remember any moments that were like, you shouldn't.
Okay,
kids shouldn't watch this. I mean, it's a kids movie.
Yeah. Cool.
But
I'll have to see it.
You should just read
Paul Giamatti.
Common Sense.
I really want to see The Holdovers, which I've heard so many good things about, and I haven't seen.
I didn't know you hadn't seen it.
No, I hadn't seen it.
It's really, really good. It lives up to everything.
Really?
Okay. The kid in that, he was his first role. This is my understanding. I could be wrong, but it was his first role, and he just absolutely nails it. He's phenomenal.
Cool.
So that's okay.
Nice.
So Cinderella Man.
That's a classic David.
Yep, that's classic me. I have some shame in Cinderella Man being in my top few, just because it feels to me like I'm being so basic. I'm older now, so I don't care as much about that because I just kind of know what I like now.
But when you're in film school,
you're like,
everyone's like, oh, Tarantino,
and Tyler's like, oh, you like populist, you like happy endings.
That's what I said.
Okay. Yes, I guess I'm basic. I like happiness.
I think populist is a great genre. If you're basic, no. I genuinely think, like, I love, what are the all-time great populist movies that we'd watch in our genres class, and the Jimmy Stewart movies.
Oh yeah,
Smith Goes to Washington.
Yeah, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington,
and
Young Mr. Lincoln.
A lot of Robert Redford movies or baseball movies.
The Natural.
Yeah. It is a genre that is not. I think it in film snob circles, it does get some like sneering, and I don't actually feel that, but it is fun to make fun when I get the chance to tease.
Film should be exploring ideas, not to me. They're similar to my love of myth. Like they are like the mythological story of a hero overcoming odds and bringing about peace to a wider world, whether it's around them, to their city, if it's a sports team. And I just think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, my next one I think could probably go in that category, along with many children's animated movies, which I love so much, so much. And so it's funny for me to be like, oh, I don't really love that genre so much, but it's just like I'm a huge fan of Disney and Pixar movies, which are almost all populist.
Yep, almost all, yeah.
Can I move on?
Yeah.
So do you want to take a guess at this one?
It's an animated?
It is an animated, and you might. I'm going to guess you're going to get this wrong.
Well, that means that you think I was going to guess The Lion King. I assume. The Lion King? No. That's my guess. Okay. Your face has fooled me.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah,
okay,
The Lion King was so high on my list.
Do you like Prince of Egypt as much as me?
It's up there for sure. It's in my top 20, Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, okay, I love it too.
And The Lion King used to be like my number 4 for forever.
Let me think here.
See if you can get it.
You
should be able to get it.
Is it Moana?
No.
Oh, I know what it is. It's Encanto.
Yes. I love Encanto so much.
That's valid, beyond valid. It is
I watched it in theaters.
It might be in my top 10. I didn't even think of adding any animated ones because I went back through this and thought, okay, over the last several years, what's come out?
I mean,
wow.
Regardless of it being on my list, because it is a more recent movie and a more recent addition, so I'm not sure if it has the staying power. But I was so deeply affected by a lot of the allegory that I personally see, like that, you know, we can maybe talk about this sometime. I've talked to you about it, but I think there's a ton of, you know, I don't think the writers are Christian or anything, but I'm always seeing allegory for real life and in movies when I watch them, that are impactful for me. And I just thought that there was a ton of things about my faith or spirituality and family, that was deeply family, community, and your gifts and your strengths, and how to not be defined by your gifts and your strengths and your skills, but your deep identity. And just on that level was incredible. On each character level was incredible. On the animation and the acting, on the songs were incredible. The music was incredible. And then, you know, I generally do prefer shorter movies. I do think that's one of the reasons I love a lot of animated movies, and it's just shorter, and it's just a great, like, I'll just turn it on, and every time my daughter's like, "Well, we should watch," I'm like, "Hey, we could watch Encanto." She's like, "No, not again.
No, please."
Yeah, I just love it so much. I think it's a fantastic movie.
Nice, good choice. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
All right, number 5 for me.
Is that Burger King? Or is that McDonald's?
That's McDonald's. I'm loving this. Number 5 for me. Inception.
Good choice.
Inception.
Did you see it recently? Have you seen it recently?
I have not seen it recently.
Okay.
I saw it when I was in college, I believe, and
Did we watch it together? Did we see it in theaters?
I'm sure I saw it with you. I saw it 5 times in theaters.
Yeah, I think I saw it a bunch too.
And
5 times you saw Inception.
It's the only movie I've seen more than 3 times.
5 times in theaters is incredible.
Okay, I saw it with different people though. Yeah. At least 3 of those.
I think
times.
I saw Infinity War 4 times.
I think I did too. I might have seen that. Yeah, at least 3 I saw it.
That's that's just a hilarious thing. Like, it's like a great fact in a mixer. Like, I've once seen like a single movie in theaters 5 times in its first run, not
subsequent showings. Yeah, I love filmmaking, and it has a lot to do with filmmaking. It contemplates reality. It's a great action film. The music is fantastic. It definitely has that push the whole time. And I
think it has it maybe starting the middle of the second act or something.
Oh no.
I get a little bit
maybe it has a lull, but from the very first scene, I mean, you're in a dream. And
yeah. I love Inception. I really do. Yeah. But I think I had it a lot higher on my list. It's kind of gone down upon rewatches later.
It might go down for me. To be honest, I had other movies on here, but Inception feels so like meaningful in how much I have loved it. It's like, I don't want to discredit the old version of myself who was so infatuated with the ideas here. And I don't think that the ideas in it are necessarily any more juvenile now that I'm older. I think it could be easy to view it that way, but maybe mainly because, you know, I've seen a lot of movies, you've seen a lot of movies, and so ideas are just explored in many different ways. But I think that the entire idea of what is reality and the genuineness of an experience with story, you know, because to me, it's like the emotions, what I feel in a dream, what I feel in a film, and what I feel in reality, those are all like meaningful experiences. And specifically with story, dreams is an interesting thing because the movie is taking dreams into consideration, whether he's in a dream or not. But if I look at it in terms of what a movie does, because so much of that film parallels movie making
Yeah.
and location scouting and set building and telling the story within that. That's what they're doing in Inception. They're telling a story for the sake of...
I don't think I've ever thought about it from that perspective, but that's so very clear that that's what is happening.
Yeah, and then like putting actors in, and like Tom Hardy's character like plays different actors, all to
classic Hollywood, making movies about making movies.
But I feel like it's Nolan, and he's maybe I guess he is Hollywood now, but just this idea of a story can, in the way that they do it in The Dream, it can put something. It can incept. There's inception, like an idea, a single idea from a story can like find its way deep into you and affect you in all these ways that you don't even really realize. And it takes a lot of work. I love filmmaking, so like it takes a lot of work and skill that I'm not sure that I have, as I continue my filmmaking journey. But I hope that I have to be able to have a meaningful impact through the presentation of a story that lasts. And I think that's beautiful. Even talking about it now is like, okay, yeah, that's why I love the movie. I think it's the best exposure of the power of story that I know, that I've seen.
That's crazy. I don't feel like we've ever had this conversation about Inception particularly.
Yeah, that is interesting. We've never had it. That's not a new idea for me.
Yeah, so. that is the reason why that's such a high movie for you. I've never even watched Inception from that idea. I probably feel differently. I probably would be like, make me almost like dislike it more. Like, oh, classic corporations incepting ideas into my mind through story. Get them out of here. But
I think it's
But yes, no, I'm gonna go take a look again.
Cool.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Oh, it's not in my top 10.
Really?
Yeah. But it's in my it's number, I think, 16.
Yeah, Avengers Infinity War. Just top of the line, big old superhero movie that they just did it all right. Also like speaking of what you're speaking to earlier, where you're like, this is such a dumb feeling to be like, oh, I'm embarrassed because I don't have like what would be like the least embarrassed, like if your whole list was filled up with like foreign films and indie films and all this type of stuff. It's like I don't know what. So that's a dumb feeling, but yeah, it's just, is Infinity War the highest grossing movie of all time, or is it Endgame?
Avatar is, and then Endgame.
And
then
adjusted for inflation?
No.
Oh, I thought both in Infinity War and
Avatar, Endgame, Avatar 2, I believe Titanic, and then Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. There's a new $2 billion one. It was a animated movie that came out in India this year.
What?
I think it's the third now.
An animated movie out of India?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow. And I've never heard of it. It's crazy.
Let's see. I forget what it's called. I think it begins with an R. Neza 2 is the fourth highest grossing. This is worldwide. It has The Force Awakens over Infinity War. Oh. I wonder if that recently happened, because they're only 20 million away from each other.
Oh, wow.
But Neza, and it's an animated movie.
What year did it come out?
It came out last year. It's the second one.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, it made over $2 billion.
I'd like to watch it. That's interesting. Anyway, Infinity War, and then subsequently Endgame. I probably could put those two together. But Infinity War is just really clean. Endgame is pretty unique and more sentimental and whatnot. But
bad.
What do you think that?
I don't know. Okay. I'm constantly conflicted about Endgame.
Oh man, I watched Endgame and I only like, when I left, we both, with the group that we were watching it with, we both were like, oh man, a little bit bummed, but I've only come to love Endgame more and more. But yeah, I don't know. I think that Infinity War exemplifies this really unique period of film history where superhero movies, MCU, just made this incredible web of some of the highest grossing movies of all time. And they took these comic book, heroes, and right at the time that CGI was able to do it, they just killed it, and obviously there are other eras of production companies making great blockbusters, but I'd have to do some digging to find a comparable thing. I don't think that anything's happened like that. And then they weaved these stories together until they had, one Avengers movie. It's like, oh, these little stories came into this team movie, and they were all building up to this final story. And all of this it's almost like a TV show building, but it was in theaters over the course of 10 years or 15 years.
Yeah.
And then they just nailed it.
I remember the feeling of just
nailed it.
Wow, how did you do that?
Yeah, and it's like even the other Avengers movies, they were like, oh, wow, this is really great. Like and then they'd have like a Thor 2 or.
I do think the first Avengers movie they also absolutely nailed.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
To me, that might be a perfect movie.
Yeah, but I love it. I do. And then but
it's not as cool as this is though.
But they just came to the pinnacle.
Yeah,
and they just hit it out of the park. And then even with Endgame, it's like all the fanfare, it's just totally worth it. They end the movie with this crazy credits sequence where it's like they're showing, and they're all signing their names, and it's like absolutely deserved.
Yeah,
like it's like
dominated.
It's like the ending of Lord of the Rings, where you're just like, oh, it's so many endings. It's like appropriately so. Yeah. Yes, and so many Oscars. Yes, they absolutely should be getting all those Oscars.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that the Marvel movies should be getting those Oscars, but Infinity War and Endgame was just like, you guys killed it. I still want to go watch it all the time, and I usually sometimes I'll go through a series for like 3 to 6 months, and I'll be like, oh, I'll watch Iron Man, then I'll watch all this stuff, and I'll skip a couple, and then I'm working up to Infinity War.
Yeah, and it's like all about getting to.
It's all about getting to that. Just
it could be in my top 10. What do you think is more meaningful, having it on your phone on top 10 after today, thinking about it, or getting it tattooed on your arm, like I have? I'm kidding.
That's hilarious. See, I don't need to get these tattooed on my arm to know that I love them. I don't have that,
It's the only way I know if I love something.
Yeah.
All right. What number are you on?
Well, for me, that was number 7.
Even with the.
But I'm not keeping track of what movies.
Well, you've only had to remove one.
Yeah.
Is Star Wars not on in your top 10 anywhere? Oh, I forgot. I just did Return of the Jedi. Okay. After Inception, Les Mis. The Hugh Jackman Les Mis.
I forgot that was big for you.
And I really considered putting it higher.
Yeah. Incredible. Unbelievably good movie.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Julia and I just went, did I tell you this? We went and saw.
I think you told me this.
In Chicago, the production. And their voices were amazing. I mean, I know that Chicago obviously has incredible theater actors there. People also travel and whatnot. But for some reason, if I'm not like on actual Broadway, like in New York, I just am like, this feels like second string or something like that. But man, they were just
really good,
perfect. I didn't have a single moment. I don't know. When I see a lot of shows, there'll be like just little moments here or there where I'm like, oh, that wasn't as good as it could have been.
Yeah,
but this was just like. It took my breath away. Just their voices took my breath away many times.
That's awesome. I would love to see Les Mis in theaters.
What's going on right now?
In live play theater. How do I say that?
You should say ask your parents about going. I bet they'd love to go with you.
Yeah, they would love to.
They're theater lovers. Jersey boys back in the day.
That was fun. Us going to Chicago.
Okay. So yeah, Les Mis. I don't know. There's not. It's a sprawling.
You also read the book, right?
Epic story. I have not read the book.
Oh, I thought you
did. No. Nope. I don't think I even started it.
I haven't either.
I have had multiple. Let me say this about it. It's been really important to me over the years, as I've wrestled through faith and doubt and materialism, and let's just say spiritualism as a broad blanket, but Christianity in general. or in more specifically Christianity. But as I've kind of teetered and considered a wide range of views, specifically addressing naturalism, I have gone and listened to Who Am I, which is like Hugh Jackman singing about like when 24601, the other guy got is going to get condemned for him. And then I Dreamed a Dream with Anne Hathaway. When I watch them, there's nothing that makes me go, there's more. Like they're so beautiful to me, both in their own ways. Like her sorrow and her longing, like so there's painful things that cannot be, like, and there's storms we can't weather, like, and she's longing for this thing that she can no longer have, and it's just like that feeling I have, like it's so deep. It didn't come from nowhere. It didn't.
It's hard to
It's hard to connect to a byproduct of natural causes. As well as this feeling of who am I? Just that question when someone's going to get taken in your place, and like, how could I live with myself when I let them die in my place? Like, and just wrestling through that. And he's like, but all these people count on me. So like, if I leave, like they're condemned, but if I stay silent, I'm damned. It's like ultimate story. It's just too complex and spiritual to not have basis in something beyond nature. It feels like to me. Sometimes when I listen to them, that's when, as well as just the absolute beauty. It's not just what they're talking about. It's the beauty that goes with it and the emotion that it creates. Just feels like it connects me with the transcendent in a way that basically nothing else does. Like it feels like I'm in deep prayer.
And that's one of the things I love about films in general, whether or not they are explicitly giving that story or that narrative. It's one of the, it's what I receive when I watch Encanto or The Matrix. But Les Mis specifically has that message in a sense, but it's not just a message. It's grappling with the most
life's deepest
human what it is to be human. And it's and then you just add, it's like, and this is what's interesting. I'm not sure, I'm trying to think if I can think of a different story where it's like an age-old story, because it's like, was written Victor Hugo 1700 1800s?
I don't know how long ago.
I don't know, long time ago.
1800s.
So they wrote the book and then they adapted it to theater before the movie. So it's like a successful, incredibly worldwide successful story adapted to theater, adapted to film. And then the film just.
And this wasn't the first film.
Yes,
either.
Right. That's right.
Because there have been film adaptations. I don't know if there were other film adaptations of the musical, but there were other film adaptations of the book. I could be wrong, but I think this was the first adaptation of the musical. And they just knocked it out of the park.
Well, I was just thinking about how
they got me to enjoy Anne Hathaway in a role besides Princess Diaries.
I'm not a big Anne Hathaway fan either. Need to see Devil Wears Prada though. But I was thinking, that made me think about like other all-time great books that ought to or were properly adapted, and I'm hoping that the Odyssey ends up being that way by Nolan.
That's an all-time book. Well, it's a poem. But
one thing that I don't think has that I think there's so many great adaptations of The Count of Monte Cristo, but I don't think there's been one that's just been like the Les Mis version where it's just like, oh, you truly, I mean, this is,
I don't know either, but a Count of Monte Cristo came out either last year or 2 years ago in France, and it got like, I gotta check Rotten Tomatoes, but it was like high 90s. So it's supposed to be really, really good.
The
2024, It has a 97% Rotten Tomatoes, 94% audience. So I've wanted to see it because I bet it's great.
There's also a special thing. Both you and I are big musical fans, and there is a special thing like if you're able to be someone who's into musicals, which I completely understand people who can't because it's weird to watch people singing and dancing and pretending that they're going about their real lives. But if you can get into that like we can, it's like it can be one of the best experiences when the movie integrates music into. That's one of the reasons I love Encanto, for example. It's like oh, I just get drawn in more deeply when if I'm able to let's have some characters singing a song about some philosophical thing or problem that they're dealing with, and it just it elevates the film for me when they do it well. So, good job, good choice.
Thank you.
I can't. Yeah, that's like the exact type of movie that wouldn't make my list because I'm not gonna rewatch that.
Yeah,
and just go and weep and be in pain.
All right, what's next for you? So far, I haven't had to remove any.
Empire Strikes Back. Nice. So do I not? So
no, you can have that.
Okay, yeah. Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
Episode 5, Star Wars.
Yeah, so that's widely considered the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So you basically are basic like everyone else.
Just correct. That's all. That's all.
So why do you saw it as a child and you've liked it since you were a child? So I'm curious from childhood, Tyler.
I didn't see the Star Wars movies like as a kid though, like what you're talking about.
Okay.
I saw them. I think when I was in. Okay. I got to be a really big Star Wars nerd as a little kid.
Yeah.
I went to Star Wars convention and everything.
Right. Yeah. That's
read the books and all this type of stuff. But I wasn't like a big film lover. So I watched the movies and I loved the prequels, that were cool and Jedi and all this type of stuff. But my love for like Empire Strikes Back was more like high school and college and then just continually. I just think it's, I don't know. I love Star Wars. And then I just think that it's the best Star Wars movie. Okay. It's just so simple. Like it's like
But I think that it's the best Star Wars movie too. So I'm wondering like what about it do you like love? Or is it just the quality of this is a really well done thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Han and Leia's they finally get to the place where they are kind of falling in love and the Hoth battle. I don't know why I love the environment of it. I love the environment of I just feel so gritty. The first Star Wars, A New Hope, the first Star Wars ever made, it feels like this mythological tale, and it's great in all its ways. But it kind of there's an element to it that feels like it's kind of like it's like TV in a certain. It's just like it's like the hero boy. Now he's going into the weird, learning about the Force, and it's all very
from
like
the old wizard.
Yeah, from the old wizard, and then. Episode 5 like builds this realness into this world, and it's like the rebellion is it really expounds on the lore and the nerdiness of it. It's like now the rebellion is hiding because of course the Empire wasn't destroyed, and they're on this planet, and they're trying to escape the planet, and they have to get the I don't know, and Luke's starting to use the Force for real. And then they go to all the different. They go to Bespin. That's an interesting planet with Lando Calrissian.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just all great. Like and then they get the bounty hunter. They get Boba Fett. You see this whole thing.
Yeah,
it's just so fun. And then
the training with Yoda,
and then the final battle with Darth Vader. Spoiler, revealing that he's Luke's father, and it's just like. Oh my gosh. I mean, I still feel it, even though it's like, obviously, it's like the most well-known spoiler of all time.
And I never got to feel that because...
I don't know if I ever really did either.
Yeah. I always knew Luke that he was Luke's father.
Yeah.
I mean, I am your father, even though he never says...
Yeah.
Well, he does say I am your father. He says, no, I am your father.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Next for me, and this just joined the list... as of the last time I watched it, which was probably 2 or 3 years ago, I was with you, which is, do you have an idea?
we've talked so much, and then like when you say these, I'm like, oh, dang it. Wait, it just joined the list in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yes, but it's not a recent movie. It's from the 2000s.
It's from the 2000s. Oh man.
It is like it's a deep movie. It's not that fun to watch. This is one of my 2 that I said is more like, it's not Tree of Life, but is more like I don't really want to rewatch this, but whenever I am, if I'm in the right mood and I watch it, I'm gonna be like floored.
Is it a famous director that
I mean,
we all know?
Not we all know, but you would.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
It is Children of Men.
Oh. I don't think that I knew that was so high for you.
Yeah, it's more recent. Like when we watched it with like film club.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is one of my favorite movies.
Why? Why is it so impacting you so deeply? I mean, it's. I'm not like, oh, what?
I think it just is it's a. Well, there's a few things from just a filmmaking perspective. It's incredible. Yeah. I mean, just their use of the long takes and it being earlier in the director and the cinematographer's like careers.
So it's Iñárritu is the director, or he's the.
Let me make sure that I don't get it wrong.
This is like right in the midst of Mexican New Wave, right?
If I remember correct. So it was Lubetsky's,
yes,
the cinematographers, and it's Cuarón.
Oh, okay.
Cuarón.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that it's an exaltation of life,
yeah,
and pregnancy and the value of life, and at the end when you see all these people amazed because they've had life and creation like stripped away from their world,
yeah,
and they see it like for like the first time, it just shows. I think it just kind of shows how special a human life is, and there's like this mix where like the baby is the Christ figure in a really cool way, because like the baby is the salvation of the world.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it's cool because in if God becoming a baby feels like it just feels so like, I mean, powerful, to put it, I guess, just very broadly.
Yeah, one of the most powerful ideas in all of time.
No, I mean, like how it affects me.
Yeah.
It's humbling. It's a very like humbling feeling of like, wow, the smallest being can have like the weight of like salvation on their shoulders, and it's worth like protecting.
Yeah. And the girl,
you know what it does? If we look at like Christ as new life, and Christ being killed, like even though he was the new life, and then the humanity doing away with, it almost is like how it's like you're seeing the reverse in the movie, where humans are not blind to the need for new life.
Yeah.
And so once it's been stripped all away and then they see it, it's like, protect that. Like it's so valuable and precious.
Yeah. Wow.
So that all, when they're it might be my favorite, like, or it might be the most powerful scene to me in any movie, is when they would take that long, when the baby starts crying and they're walking through all the people in the midst of the war.
Yeah.
And like the baby just brings peace among like both sides. It's, I mean, it's one of those movies that when I think of like, what if I had that idea and I wrote that down and then was able to like bring that to life? It's like, I would just think I was the smartest person ever. Like, how did that happen? It feels like it must have like almost like appeared rather than like
inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. and the girl comes from like just the total slums, and she's like not what you'd expect.
Yep, and she's definitely a Mary figure for sure.
Yeah, and he's, oh my gosh, yeah, it's just, yep, Children Men.
Children Men.
Worthy addition.
Yes,
totally. I think that's great. Okay, mine.
Let me do my next one.
Yeah, go
first, because I think you're bumped down since you had to move one down, but and because this so is contrasting to Children of Men in every way, it does not make me feel good about the value of life at all, which is Inglourious Bastards.
Okay, yeah.
Is my number 8. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's my number 8. And
it's like the opposite. Yeah, it's like the ultimate.
So Tarantino is probably my favorite director. And I have had Django Unchained on my top 10 for a pretty long time. And I did end up moving it off, and I moved Inglourious up. I think for a few reasons. One is we were talking about like the best ending or the best opening to movies recently. And it just reminded me that like from the very outset of that movie, I am just like I am like on the edge of my seat.
I think we talked about it. That is considered widely the greatest.
I think they had it. He had it number 4. ChatGPT had it on the number 4 on the list. But yeah, the opening scene, I think it's one of the great villains of in all of film history. I think that, Brad Pitt is obviously great in it. He's fun to watch, but really the story between the story of the is it Shoshana, I think is her name, and Hans, I forget his last name too, but like those stories converging are really impressive. A big part of it, unlike some of my other ones, is like I just feel impressed by the movie.
Yeah.
Like I think it's his best work. I think besides the Lord of the Rings being like this almost like gift of heaven of how did that even happen and come into being, like Peter Jackson's a good filmmaker, but he's not that good except for the fact that he did it. Like this is like this was all Tarantino, like at his very best. He took multiple languages, not just 2 languages, but multiple languages, and told a story with those languages in a way that mattered, that not all the characters even knew all those languages. And I think it's a hilarious movie at different times, as many of his movies are. It's haunting for sure. The Tarantino violence that's so kind of over the top that to me it feels almost cartoonish works here, and it was his first big one where he really like changed history. He did that again. What else did he do that in? Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But this was the one where he was like, oh, like spoiler alert, but like let's just kill Hitler.
Yeah,
it's not, he didn't die here, but let's just kill him.
Yeah.
And that was shocking. Like, whoa, I do, because in my mind I was like, oh, maybe was this a true story? Oh, nope, guess not. Like, this is just fan fiction of World War II. Like, so I don't want to spend too much time on Inglourious Bastards because I wouldn't recommend it to very many people. It's not a lot of good content. There's nothing sexual in it, but the violence is just so over the top. The language is over the top. If you're, just as a disclaimer. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't know. I think I kind of have the habit of forgetting what happens in Inglourious Bastards, and then after I watch it, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's one of the greatest movies of all time, and every single scene is. I think I remember it. It's when Tarantino. I mean, he's obviously one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, and then his other movies are some of the greatest films of all time. Mm-hmm. But for me, it feels like when he truly mastered, or at least it was just the most masterclass of tension in a single scene. It's like every scene, I'm just like, I think specifically the first scene,
yes,
and then the scene later with Michael Fassbender. in the underground bar.
Yes.
And you're just like,
yes, I wasn't even thinking about that.
These scenes couldn't be, no one could do them better. They can't be done better.
Well, then there's one other one in the movie
Which one?
That's equally as, well, I don't know if it's as equally as the Michael Fassbender one, because that's one of the most high pressure scenes
all
ever.
the scenes are good.
But the scene where Shoshana is at the table and Han sits down next to her and she's holding her breath like the entire scene, and then he leaves and she's like, like, because she like can't stand.
Yeah, she realized
he killed her whole family.
Yep.
And
that's the one where he takes out the huge pipe.
No, that's the first scene.
Oh yeah.
This scene is where he's eating the dessert and he's like, don't forget the creme.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I gotta go see it again. Good choice. Okay. On to me.
Yep.
Want to take a guess?
Give me a decade.
1990s.
Fight Club?
No.
Lion King?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Wow, two animated made it in there.
Yeah, well, The Lion King has been on my top 10 for a long time. It got pushed down actually a little bit. So, what else is there to say about The Lion King?
We all know. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think actually, I will say that not in the same way, but in the same kind of conversation as Les Mis, the Lion King story, which I think is adapted from is it Hamlet? It's a Shakespeare. Yeah, the story itself is kind of like this like tale as old as time type of story, like, and it hits it on so many fundamental themes. I think of being human, and then for me, it's very tied up into my spirituality as a Christian. And it's hit. First of all, great movie, just fantastic. All the actors, all the animation. All the stuff all the music, Hans Zimmer, all the songs are incredible. Elton John did a lot of it. But then the themes of like coming into losing your identity from a trauma that Simba goes through. He's the prince and he's the Lion King. He should be. And then, he finds solace in his, buddies for a time. But then like, just he needs to step into his true identity and how he goes about that. And it's just like, it's so deeply meaningful to me. And every time I watch it, it reminds me of deeper truths that which are true for me, which is that I'm a son of God. Like and each of us, I think all of us are made in the image of God, are sons and daughters of God. And there's something majestic. And to step into that is a deeply important step to take as a person, to see the dignity and value inherent in your identity. And it's just a great portrayal of that. And it's like the scene when his dad is in the clouds and he's like, remember who you are. It's like, I'm getting chills thinking about it. And it's just like, this is not just a good movie. It's a needed message for me. And it's, it's one of my great things that I love to, or one of my like deepest passions is to help people see and watch film in such a way that it's like, no, not just remember Simba, no, remember who you are. Like, remember who I am. Like, there's something true there for me. I'm obviously not a king, but
son of the king.
But I am. There is something in me that I, to view as majestic and to step into that, not for myself, but for my family and for my community and for this world, and to not give in to the lowest base desires that Scar and his, people do. And it's, I just think it's an incredible message and incredible film.
Yeah. Nice. Worthy addition for sure. I did a persuasive speech in college that The Lion King was the greatest animated film of all time.
Nice. Did you persuade?
I don't know, but I got an A.
You persuaded the teacher to give you an A. Not bad.
All right, so we got two left, right?
I guess so.
Why don't you go ahead?
All right. These last several, I was really struggling with basically the next like 15 movies.
Okay. Well, just pick.
But what I ended on was The Sound of Music.
Okay. It's in my top 30, but
yeah, The Sound of Music, I think, again, it kind of comes back to the rewatchability, but it's like I particularly have been rewatching it every year, like with my family, and I watch it with my daughter, and yeah, it's just so good. It's like,
you know what's funny about like thinking about this rewatchability thing? Like if I just made a list of like rewatchability that I want to watch them anytime, it would be like a different list than this.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, maybe those should be on here. Like Four Christmases for me.
Four Christmases.
Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
Never seen it.
I could watch it like every month.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
It's my
heard
favorite
you talk
Christmas
about
movie.
it.
Yeah.
I've never heard this take.
It is so
ever in my
so
life.
funny.
Really?
It's so
All right, I guess I gotta watch
funny.
it.
It's my favorite, like Vince Vaughn, him at his like very best.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sound of Music is, I mean, honestly, I think there's something when something this actually gets back to our conversation that we were talking about with Star Wars, but like when we were talking about Star Wars and how the scope of it matters. Similarly, movies about World War II feel that way when they're like Inglourious Bastards or Dunkirk or anything, where it's just like, it's like, oh, you're tying into one of the most important events in all of history, where truly good and evil were battling.
Yeah.
And so Sound of Music, it's not all about that, but it's tying into that.
The second half is a lot about that.
Yes.
Or second, maybe the final third.
Yeah, and that's just so meaningful, impactful, and all the songs are so fun. The music's incredible. And
yeah, I agree that it's absolutely worthy. I think I have it at, I can't remember, but high. It's in my top 20, I think, for sure. All right, next for me, Tree of Life.
Nice. I did make your top 10. I thought it wasn't going to.
Well, I said I don't want to say if it is or isn't on here.
Yes. It
is on here. It is another one that I feel deeply impacted by, that revives my faith, which is of particular importance to me in life.
Is Malik a Christian?
He's Catholic.
He's Catholic.
So yes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
To make a movie like Tree of Life, it's like,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I mean it's very basic, like that there's two ways through through life, the way of nature and the way of grace, and
I guess I'm saying his spirituality clearly is very important to him.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't, there's not a lot to say about Tree of Life. I mean, if someone's never seen it, it's hard to even explain what it is.
Yeah, we've talked about this in so much depth, but it truly is one of those things that it doesn't feel like a movie. Mm-hmm. It feels like an experience or something different.
Yeah, you're right. It feels like you went to like a variety show. Or not a variety show, that's not the right word, but just like a you know how sometimes you'll go to like a fair or like a carnival, not a carnival. I don't know. You'll go in there's like what's the one where they're all twirling in the air?
Cirque
du Soleil. Yeah, it's like it's its own thing. Kind of,
you're not trying to say that it's like cheap or you're trying to say that it's just different.
Yes, I'm saying it's just like its own thing. It almost shouldn't even be on my top 10 because it's like, well, yeah, it's on a screen, but
well, it's like it's almost like if we were talking about like great narrative literature, and then somebody brought up like an incredible poem or something, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's great prose.
Yeah,
but it's so different, and this is true.
You're talking about like a non-narrative poem, because obviously like the Odyssey is a poem.
Yes, and Tree Life does have its narrative, but it is just so much more deeply poetic and abstract.
It doesn't really have much of a narrative. It just is a kid growing up.
Well, I guess I guess there's more of like a meta narrative. It's him wrestling with, spoiler, the death of his brother, and it's certainly not Act 1, or well, I mean, maybe it is Act 1, Act 2, 3, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The point is that it's definitely different than a traditional narrative.
Yes.
Regardless of how you want to.
Yeah, we don't have to spend too much time on it. It's just as beautiful to me when I watch it. It feels powerful. There's every moment in it is designed to feel powerful.
It is,
and it does.
It is so powerful. Yeah, and then that's the cinematographer. Is that Iñárritu? Is that Lubezki?
I think it's Lubezki.
Yeah. And that's really like when he that type of cinematography, I don't know how to describe it, felt like it
exploded after that.
Yeah, it exploded after that, and that was super innovative, and using the super wide angle lenses, and I don't know.
Yep.
Really good.
All right. And then what's your last one?
So my last one is kind of just like a recent take because I just watched it and really enjoyed it.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to bump that up.
Yeah.
Because I really felt like I could just watch this again. Bourne Identity. I love Supremacy. I love Ultimatum. But it does feel weird putting it on my top 10 list. Mm-hmm. It's not on my top 10 because it's my number 11 or whatever.
11. Yeah.
I have other things like Grand Budapest or Matrix Reloaded or Prince of Egypt. Mm-hmm. But the Bourne Identity the concept itself is really, really fun and just something I really enjoy. It's like, oh, this guy doesn't remember who he is and he's trying to figure it out. And he happens to be the most skillful, person, but it's not in like a John Wick or like a Mandalorian type of way. It's like in this unique, CIA, like he can figure out how to, manipulate these governments that are after him. Just so cool. It's just so fun.
Okay. So number 10 is The Prestige. Nice. And my first impression of the movie, like why I liked it, was just the twist. Mm-hmm. Because I was watching it with my girlfriend at the time's family, and they had all seen it, and they were like, it was kind of like when I watched Fight Club with you, where you're like, I want to see if you can guess what happens. It was the same thing where they were like looking at me to see if I knew what was going to happen.
Did you know there was a twist coming?
Yeah, I think they told me ahead of time, but I wasn't thinking too much about that. And then, when it happened, it was just like, oh my gosh, how? And the really cool thing about that movie is that the twist, like, spoilers, but the twist hides in plain sight the whole time. So unlike, spoilers, Fight Club, where it's like, you kind of have to put clues together and you're literally being tricked on screen. Yeah. Like you're seeing him be both, like you're seeing things that aren't reality. Yeah. The Prestige is like, I'm seeing, it's same with this, spoilers, The Sixth Sense, where it's like, you're seeing things that aren't real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Prestige is all like, it's a magic trick. Yeah. Like everything in it is real. Yeah. Except for the science of teleportation through Tesla's technology does not exist. But
David Bowie.
So I think that's a really cool thing about it. I still think twists are cool. When I was younger, it was like Fight Club's the best movie ever. Like, all these different movies are just incredible because of the twist. Isn't there like a big twist in like Matchstick Men? Maybe not. Like there's like several other movies. Yeah.
I don't know when the last time I've watched a movie that had a great twist.
I feel like I saw something recently that was like, whoa. I mean, there's like maybe murder mysteries like Wake Up Dead Men.
Oh, and the Knives Out movies.
But that's like the point of them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But then
so that's not the only I like I was going to say Christopher Nolan. I love Christian Bale. I love Hugh Jackman. I'm curious how many which actor is in the most of the movies in my top 10. I love both of them. Scarlett Johansson obviously is great. Rebecca Hall is great. Michael Caine is. Everybody in it's great. It's Nolan. I like the aesthetic of Wally Pfister. He does does Nolan's stuff. It's gritty. I like period pieces too, in general. And I think when they do that really well, it's similar to like with Cinderella Man. I love the color and texture trying to bring you into like an older world. And they do that in The Prestige as well. And then I just think magic is cool. Rivalry is cool to me too, especially it's almost like a sports movie. And you're rooting kind of for the underdog because from the very beginning, Christian Bale's character is like in jail, or sorry, he's on trial and his daughter's there, and you can just tell that he genuinely is like, I didn't do the thing.
It's a film about obsession.
And it's a film about obsession. Yeah. I wrote a paper on it actually in college about obsession. Which is a fascinating thing to me. So yeah, it's my number 10. And there's times where I feel like, I've said before that it could be my favorite movie at certain times, but I think 10's a good place for it.
Yeah.
So I do want to say 2 honorable mentions that I had. One, I'm not really allowed to say, I guess, because it was on your list, but I didn't put it in my top 10, but which is Big Lebowski. And then my other one, which I think in certain ways could be on either of our lists, especially if you involve like films meaningful to your history or that you've like loved at different times, which is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
And
such a fun movie for us to watch with our friend
Zach. That almost made it into my top 10. Honestly, my top 10 is a little bit too serious. You know, like I feel like those 2 movies, Scott Pilgrim and The Big Lebowski, I almost should have them on there just to like provide a little more variance. Like I love comedy.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it doesn't feel as top 10-ish to me, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Scott Pilgrim is just amazing.
Yeah. Let me take a couple swings just to tell you what's like waiting in the teens that you'll be interested. Grand Budapest Hotel, so great. We talked about Matrix Reloaded. One that we both love and is probably close is The Prince of Egypt, which is just... I don't know. Don't want to go on and on about it, but it's like
doing an animated version of the story of Moses. I cannot imagine that it could ever be done better.
Yeah, it's truly great. I put One Battle After Another at 15.
Yeah.
I think that it will probably not stay there.
Yeah, I still have a desire to watch it again.
Yeah, I just wanted to put it somewhere because I was like, man, I really like this movie. It's so good. I don't think 15 makes sense, but yeah.
So that's your most recent edition? I was going to ask that. Like, what's been your most recent edition?
Well, that basically what happened was I was going through all these things and I was asking ChatGPT to remind me of a bunch of movies, and the ones I could remember, and I was like, oh yeah, this got to be somewhere in the top 30 or whatever. And I didn't like reorganize things from 10 to 30 very well, but I was just like, One Battle After Another, so good. That and then Poor Things. I was like, man, those are such good movies that I loved recently.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe top 30 is a little bit too high for either of those.
I would feel, I don't know. Poor Things is so good. I almost would just feel bad about putting it in there because it's so
raunchy.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Not even raunchy. It's like,
it just was so funny to me and I liked it a lot. Even talking about it a little bit with you makes me be like, nah, top 30 doesn't make sense, but I just did like those. I wanted to put something recent.
The most recent one that I moved into my top 30 is Wake Up Dead Man.
That's in my... I just forgot about it. Yeah. That might be in my top 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I loved it so much.
Yeah.
And specifically just the gospel message behind it. It's just a great movie, but it was what we've talked about many times in our lives of just being like, oh, how can you make a movie that is a great movie, but then also incepts within it a powerful message
about Jesus,
about love, for us,
right. But being able to do it where it's specifically about Jesus, specifically about so Jesus rare.
It was just it's particularly interesting because that's something when we were younger we wanted to make those types of movies.
Yeah,
and you might continue to make something not like
expected.
But yeah, it was just a really powerful movie.
Yeah. Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah. So I actually, I got this sleeve is all movies, and then was going to do another sleeve here with a bunch of movie stuff, and I'm considering bringing it into my chest, and the middle being that cross.
Oh yeah,
with like the gem.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Inside of it.
Yeah,
it feels like the center of all movies is portrayed.
Yeah, man. And then Rian Johnson. I love Rian Johnson's body of work. Looper.
Yeah,
was on my top 10 in previous iterations.
Yeah, it was.
So,
all right, top 10. Whose is better? So whose is better after we talked about them?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I don't feel like mine's all that great.
Yours is pretty okay. I'm just trying to think of the ones in yours that made me be like, oh, dang it, I want to have that on mine.
Yeah.
So like Sound of Music.
Yeah.
Is phenomenal. Infinity War, I do think is great. It's hard when you're like going through genres of like, okay, well, in my opinion, that's my favorite superhero movie, and I love superhero movies. So why isn't it on there?
Les Mis for me, that's one where I'm like Les Mis, Tree of Life. Those are two that I'm like, oh, those are. I want those.
I mean, you have The Big Lebowski on yours, which to me is like, it should just be on mine. Maybe it's just because it's like such a hard R.
Yeah, it's
I feel kind of bad. Like,
well, yeah, and I don't want to recommend it very often.
Like, I don't really want to get it on my arm because I'm like,
I'm nervous when I tell people that, because it's a divisive movie in a not just because it's
tons of language,
but also like the type of humor. It's not like. Yeah. It's not like, I don't know, the type of movie that's like, anyone would enjoy that. It's like, no, it's got to be very specific to enjoy that. And I'm that type of specific. I enjoy it, but.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, none of these are recommendations. Unless you have no filter. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.